Hello, today we're going to talk about hooking up the sensors that are used with our SCA-120 controller. There are two different types of sensors they can use with this controller. One of them is an aerial sensor and one of them is a gutter sensor. You can use one of these by themselves or you can use both of them at the same time. Today we'll show you how to do that. To make your connections for the sensor, you'll need to remove the clear plastic cover off of the faceplate of the unit, and then that will let you get at the control center here. We have taken the screws out of the control cover here, and we will pull it out of the assembly, and inside here is where we need to make our connections. Now we can see our ribbon connector here attaching to our electronic card. What we're going to do, the easiest way to get the sensors wired in here and to make our connections to this card is to actually disconnect the ribbon connector. And that's very easy to do. You just spread the connectors apart and it will come right off. Now that we've disconnected the electronic card from the ribbon connector, now's a great time to get our low voltage wires into the low voltage section of this controller for our connection to the board. So I'm going to get these wires into this area, and there is our gutter sensor, and I'm going to put our aerial sensor in this hole and we'll get it through here, and that's the first step to getting them connected. Let's take a closer look at the electronic card and the connections that we make to it. If you look here, you can see that there's a black, white, red, and then a duplicate black, white, red terminal here. So there's 6 terminals here. They all do the same thing. If you're going to hook up one sensor, you can hook it up to the bottom 3 or the 3 above it. It doesn't matter. You can put it into each one. So if you're going to use 2 sensors, you would just attach one sensor, black wire here, the white and the red here, and then the second sensor, you would do the black, the white, and the red here. It doesn't matter which one you put it in if you're only using one sensor. The 2 at the top we don't use, they're for auxiliary purposes. The 2 below it that say remote, that is if you're using a remote control unit, which is available from Warmly Yours. The remote control unit can be put in your living room or kitchen or somewhere where you can have remote control of this unit. This unit is usually mounted either in the basement or in the garage. So we're going to be attaching 2 sensors, so we're going to put the red, white, and black one from one sensor here, and then the red, white, and black one from the other sensor here. These wires are very easy to install. All you do is you press down on this orange, burnt orange color looking connector right here. You push down, push the wire in, let go, and there is our good connection. We'll continue to do this with our white and red wires. Now that we've made our 2 connections for our sensors, and remember you can attach one or the other or both, whatever you like to do, the aerial sensor and the gutter sensor. Now that our low voltage connections are made, now it's time to go ahead and plug our ribbon connector back into the connector here on this board. And once this board connector is pushed back in, you clamp the sides closed, and that will hold the ribbon connector in place. And then you can pull your wires out from the side, and we can then go ahead and reattach our faceplate. Now we can see our low voltage connections coming out of the side of the controller. To make sure that they stay nice and tight and they don't pull on the connections inside, we'll tighten these little strain relief connectors here on the outside, which will help with making it a little bit more weatherproof and to hold that wire in place so it won't pull from the connection. Thank you for watching today's video on how to connect the low voltage connections for the SCA-120. If you have any further questions, remember we're available 24/7 at 800-875-5285, or you can always check us out at WarmlyYours.com. Thanks for watching.